Hi guys, this is Carla. I am from the Anatomy and Physiology class. Today we will be talking about the organic compounds, which are the carbohydrates, the lipids, and the DNA proteins. As we see right here, we have a whole diagram to go through, and I'll explain each and every single part of it and try to make it as simple as possible. Thank you. So the first part that we have is obviously the carbohydrates, which are made of oxygen, carbon, and hydrogen. We have right here the glucose, which is simple sugar, and it's a main source of energy. And then we also have the glycogen, which is a storage form of glucose. It's usually stored also in the liver or the muscles. It also provides energy when the blood sugar drops. As you can see right here, we also have the lipids, which are honestly made of more of carbon and hydrogen. There's three types of lipids, which is the triglycerides, the phospholipids, and the cholesterol. So starting with the first one, we have the triglycerides, which it contains one glycerol and three fatty acids, as we see in the picture right here. It also stores the energy. And then moving forward, we also have the phospholipids, which is made of one glycerol and two fatty acids and a phosphate group, which usually we used to see it in biology class in high school right here, which is a form of the cell membrane. And then we have the cholesterol right here, which is a steroid lipid. It helps stabilize cell membrane, and it also used to make steroid hormones, bile salts, and vitamin D, which is right here. And then we also have the proteins at the bottom, which usually, as we know, proteins is such a big part of our lives. So we're gonna go ahead and look a little more into that. So moving forward, we have our last little organic compound, which is the proteins. The proteins are a little more structured. They are made up of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and also sometimes sulfur, depending on the protein. And it's also built, as we see here, it is built from amino acids, which are at the bottom connected with the peptide bonds. The function of the protein is to obviously, when you go to the gym, you're thinking, oh, I have to get my protein in, which is it helps us build the muscle. Protein is one of the main sources to help us build the muscle. The lipids, we get energy from the lipids, and also from carb, which is what stores the energy. And then also, let's continue with proteins. It forms enzymes, as we see. It transports substances like the hemoglobin. Another of the functions of the protein is also that it helps us a lot with our immune system, because the protein contains a lot of antibodies. And also it creates a hormone called the insulin that helps us a lot with our muscles, with our energy, with everything that has to do with our proteins. Overall, right here to finalize, we have our organic compounds. We have the carbohydrates, which are a quick source of energy. We have the lipids, which are a storage fat energy, and then it helps us also a lot to build the cell membranes. And then we have the proteins, which has a lot of benefits to our body, like building muscle, like creating the hormone insulin. And overall, these three functions help us maintain our body alive and working every day. And I hope you have a little more of understanding, and thank you.